Sometimes my kids get up in the morning and they tell me an inane conversation. And Papa, then what happened? Papa, he came to me, then I looked at him, Papa, and then I said, I'll give you, and he walked from that side. And you don't understand what kids are saying at times. But they tell you a story, and then I went there, and then the fairy, you don't understand. But you realize the passion with which they're narrating this story is very important to them. I mean, there are times when I say, look, I understood nothing, you fool. Now go away. But you know the passion is there, and so you have to say, oh, really nice. That's what happened. So I'm like that kid actually when I'm acting.
And some of the directors say that to you?
And some of the directors say, that's really nice, I'm sure.
So straight back to
more than directors, some audience must be saying when they see a film like Duplicate, oh, but yeah, that's really nice, but don't do this again.
Any other questions now? Oh my God, so many hands. How about that young lady in the second last row? Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you that you're looking very cute in this shirt.
Arey wow. How about a clap for that? Now we don't want to hear the second part of that question.
That is the biggest problem I have. No girl tells me you look cute without a shirt.
The young girl in green here, in the third row.
God forbid such a day comes when you walk on the street and nobody recognizes you.
Right, see, either I'll not walk on that street. I think, I mean, to be very honest, and I'm like Dr. Saab said here, that I'm very clear about certain things. I love being a star. I love being a star, and I think all of us, when I say a star, I don't mean a film star. I mean Dr. Pranoy here, all the youngsters here, everyone who's shooting this program, everybody has wanted to excel in their field. I've seen his work on television when I was very young.
When you were in kindergarten. Yeah, let's not go that
far. I still remember the first thing I know of him is swings. You're the first guy who introduced swings. I don't know you would know or not.
Elections.
But all these election graphs and graphics that you see today, which you take so naturally, he started them. When there were no graphics on television talking about election swings and stuff, which I didn't understand. But there was always a thing, it was an innovation. Because of his innovation, he reaches a stage. He must have reached it. He hasn't reached it. He has a company. He runs his own television stuff, whatever. But you always feel like continuing to do more. All of us want to reach a status, what we dream of, without it having an end. I also dream the same. I don't know if I can exist without being a star. Many a time, I've never complained about crowds crowding me or not being able to walk on Chowpatty. I don't want to do that. I want to, if I was, it's a bad thing to say, I'm not a pessimist, but if I was to go away from this world, I'd like to go away as a star, being recognized on the roads. I'm very clear about it.
Okay, I have to end this section with afternoons, now at lunchtime.
Okay.
You take a break?
At lunch, no.
No break?
No, no break at all. I never sleep. I sleep for 5 hours a day at night, which we'll talk about later.
That comes later, okay.
Sometimes even not that 5 hours.
We'll take a quick break at this point, back in just a moment to see what he does in the evenings, all those parties, you know. In a moment from now. See you then. Welcome back to this very special edition with Shah Rukh Khan, the one and only Shah Rukh Khan. We've got now to his, we're looking at morning, afternoon, evening. And the last section is what Shah Rukh Khan does at night. But now's the evenings, parties. You hate them?
Yeah, I don't like them. I'm a little antisocial and I'm very shy. Just now I've called up my, I was with my co-actor for the next film, and I couldn't say hello to her and some other friends of mine who were attending a party last night. And I had to call them all up, who don't know me well enough, and explain to them that I'm really sorry. I am a middle-class, complexed boy in upmarket parties. So I get very odd. I'm good with performing in front of 1 lakh people. Because
it's a strange dichotomy,
it's a very
right?
strange, it's very, very dichotomous. You tell me to be somebody and act out like a fool, do anything. For acting, I'll do anything. But if I'm supposed to be just me, I get very awkward and I'm quite reclusive and antisocial that way. But if I'm sitting with friends, like I can sit down and chat with you for 4 hours.
Yeah, we have
enter
done
a party, I'll be odd with you.
And you have been an amazing mimic of people, but that you won't do on air.
No, I won't do it.
You can't imagine what a great mimic. Every actor and actress, don't you want to mimic one person? No. Outstanding. He'll keep you in splits for hours. Okay, question time. How about you? Yeah, question.
If you had to marry somebody from Hollywood, who would that be?
No,
All of them.
availability-wise, Angelina's here. So we don't have to take a three-wheeler, go to Pune. But I don't know, I mean, you know, see, it's not up to me who I want to marry. They should be wanting to marry me too. And I think my wife's better than any Hollywood actress. I mean, she's really cool.
There.
She's quite cool, yeah.
Okay, here. How about you? Okay, last row, guy in red t-shirt. Yeah.
Want to know what kind of music does Shah Rukh Khan like? I mean, what kind of
I'm tone deaf. I'm a non-musical person.
We were just going to ask you to sing.
Yeah, I can't
No
sing.
chance?
I've done it in...
songs from your movies are like super hit?
I know they're really nice, so that just goes to show I have nothing to do with them. It's the directors and the music. If I hear a song, I can tell you if it's nice. You know, if a tone-deaf person likes a song, it must be really good.
Very good.
So they ask me, is it good? And I'm sorry, yeah, this is good. But I try to learn the guitar because that's one little thing I've always been thinking in my life, that if I knew music, I think I would be a superstar. I genuinely believe. I would have been really a good star. So I'm teaching my son, and I tried to learn also. I bought myself a guitar from this amazing teacher called Mr. Bismarck, who's 70 years old, and he's really fantastic. But even he gave up. He said, you don't play music from the ear, you try to do it with the hands and all. So musically, I'm not good at really.
Well, one thing is about the tune, but the rhythm, the beat gets you moving because you obviously dance.
Yeah, I know, you know, it's a little bit of a misnomer. I do it in films, but I think Amrita Singh, very close friend of mine from Delhi and childhood, she told me when I started doing Raju Ban Gaya Gentleman, he said, Shahrukh, just look happy, and it'll look you're dancing to beat. I mean, good dancers are Dugu and Shahid. I mean, these guys are wonderful dancers, Govinda and all. I mean, I just sort of get past.
But I thought Farah says that you're one of the best dancers.
Oh, I produce a film, she has to say it.
Okay, how about another one? Okay.
Okay, how do you find yourself in Mr. Bachchan's shoes? I mean, one superstar being compared to another for a movie.
His shoes are too big. Very big. His pants are too long, his shoes are too big. See, seriously speaking, I personally feel it's not the kind of respect Mr. Bachchan should get being compared to anyone who has just done work for 15 years compared to his 35 or 30 years. I can always say, oh yeah, it feels really great and I'm honored and all that I am. I never thought in my life that the actors that I love, I'm going to be compared to them. And not pitted against each other, but compared to them. But in all honesty, if you ask me, the importance of his work, yes, maybe 30 years from now, if he's not still working, and I'm still working, maybe a comparison would still be all right. Though I think in creative, artistic fields, you don't compare Janet Jackson to Michael Jackson.